Today you are going to be getting your clay to do your gecko or snake or whatever you want to do. It has to be flat. Here's mine. Most important part is that you need your initials. I did mine on the side. You can do it on the bottom. It's on the bottom as well for me. You can put your teacher's letter, but you have to have your two initials and your teacher's letter, okay? All right, so here's your little tray. You've got everything ready to go. Your table is set up. You're sharing this as a table. When you remember, you create on the paper. You've got your slip all set. You can put your lid underneath. These are all your tools to share. So this is a one and done. We stop at the first timer, okay? So you have either a big slab or pieces that look like this, okay? This is brand new clay. So what you're going to do, maybe I would, you can put this in a ball. If you want, if you have three pieces, you can, this is a ton of clay. You really don't need all this clay. I would separate some for the head, okay, and the arms and the legs. If you don't use it all, it's going to go back into a ball and go in a container to be used for something else, okay? These little pieces need to be picked up off of the table before you wipe everything down. So the first thing that I would do, and like I said, this is a lot of clay. I have a slab cutter, and so it's used to cut it, so it came out kind of big. I want to make sure you had enough. So there's pieces that are set aside. I'm not going to use this. Then I would take, and remember where I showed you this video earlier of somebody else making one of these? First thing you do is you roll it to where it looks kind of like a shape of a gecko, okay? Then, remember, as much, you don't want to play with it as much as you can. So I'm going to form this. I'm going to sit down so I can work a little easier. Form this into the head, the shape that I think the head would look good. Okay, then I have where, here's my body. Then if you can, I would make it to where it goes around like a tail. Okay, so there's my tail. Here's my body. There's my head. I just might make a crocodile. Okay, so there's my head. There's my tail. If I want to smooth it out, remember I have the slip. Some smoothing out those wrinkles. Okay. If you hear drilling in the background, that's them working on our new room. Okay, so don't get a lot of water on this. Now the next thing that I need to do is make legs. You want them about the same size. That looks pretty good. Oh, if you have jewelry, take it off. Forgot to tell you that. So then I'm going to roll it like a cylinder. Roll it like a cylinder. The most important part, and you can use a fork, you can use a dowel rod, you can use a toothbrush. Remember, it's SSPS. So I would scratch or score on this, scratch or score on that, put a little bit of slip. Okay, put that on there, put that on that side. What do I do next? SS. So I have used the score, I have slipped it. Now I press it, and then you decide how you want your leg to look. I'm going to just keep working, and so are you. So good luck. Remember, we stop at the first timer. SSPS. Name on the bottom. Clean up everything. Press it down gently. Okay? And then at the end, if I have time, what will I do? I will add, I'm going to make another bill on here. Separate these two things. Then you will add your detail. Roll it into a cylinder. Roll it into a cylinder. Okay, press it down. These are my back legs. You can cut it. You can use these little pieces to make some texture. See how that, after I get done? Okay, you can use different kind that you want. So we're going to pretend that I put my, well, I'll just do it real quick. Put my legs on. Put my legs back here. What am I doing? I'm scoring. I'm slipping. Okay. I'm pressing. And I'm smoothing. Okay, so there's his back legs. Now I'm going to do the same thing. Cut a little piece of that off. Score it. Slip it. Press it. Smooth it. And I'm making an alligator. Smooth it out. You have to take it off at the end. Oh, this is what I wanted to show you. Got these two little pieces. Now I'm going to make them into spheres. There's one, which are balls. There's two. That one's a little big. Take off a little bit of clay. Okay. Roll it. Press it. Push it down. I'm going to do my scoring. Scratch, scratch, scratch. Scratch, scratch, scratch. Scratch on this side. Scratch on that side. Trying to do this real quick. Use my slip, 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 slip. Press it down. Okay. Press it down. Smooth it out. Remember, you can also take your dowel rod and make little eyeballs. Okay, so there's my eyeball. There's that. Now, I'm going to put my initials on the side. Make sure you don't go too far because you'll ruin your project. Add a little bit of texture. I'm just doing this real quick so I can get through this video. This works pretty good. See how it's sticking to the clay, so be careful of that. There's my legs. If you want to use the bottom part of the dowel rod to make little indentions like I did on my lizard, there we go. Pretty cute. I'm going to make this a little shorter, smooth it out. Now what you have to do, you're going to take all these little pieces, roll them up into a ball, and they will go in the container, which I'll show you in just a minute. Clean up our mess. As a table, you will have two of these boards, okay? You're going to very carefully take it off of the paper, okay, and set it on there. And then you're going to set it on the edge, wait for your other person to get done, and then they will go on the shelf. Now I want to show you something. This extra clay, I'm going to move this camera here. Oops, sorry there. It's going to go in this container with the lid. We're going to shut it. Goes inside the bag. And that can be used for somebody else. And then your project will have to dry, and then it'll go in the kiln. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to show you is that your boards will go right over there on that shelf, okay? The slip boxes will return back there. Good luck today.